What if I told you there's a planet so colossal it could swallow over 1,000 Earths at once? A place where storms never end, winds are stronger than anything ever seen, and where there's simply no ground to stand on? That's Jupiter, the giant of our solar system. But what if humanity decided to live there? What would that impossible, dangerous, and yet fascinating life look like? Today, on Truth Explosion, we're going on a journey that will challenge your imagination and make you see the universe like never before. I dare you to watch until the end.
Number 1. The giant that haunts and fascinates. Jupiter isn't just a planet, it's a cosmic monster. To give you an idea, if Earth were the size of a marble, Jupiter would be a soccer ball. It's the largest planet in the solar system, so massive it contains about 70% of the total planetary mass. Its composition is mostly hydrogen and helium, the same elements that make up stars. That's why Jupiter is often called a failed star. Some scientists even believe that if it had just a bit more mass, it could have ignited and become a second sun in our sky. Imagine living under 2 suns, a scene straight out of science fiction. But Jupiter stopped halfway, becoming the giant we know today.
Number 2. The planet without a floor. Here comes the first contradiction. How do you live on a planet that has no solid surface? Jupiter isn't like Earth or Mars. There's no ground, no mountains, no seas. If you tried to land there, you'd fall endlessly into a swirling ocean of gas, crushed by increasing pressure until you vanished. That means the only way to live on Jupiter would be high above the depths, in floating cities. Imagine colossal structures suspended like futuristic airships sailing through mesmerizing clouds of orange, brown, red, and gold. A breathtaking sight, but a constant danger. Number 3. The living sky of Jupiter. On Earth, when we look up, we see calm, a blue sky, maybe a few passing clouds. On Jupiter, the sky is alive. The colorful bands you see in images are actually jet streams moving at over 370 miles per hour or 600 kilometers per hour. Now close your eyes and picture living in a world where the sky is never still, a place of eternal motion, color, and chaos. Beautiful? Yes, but also terrifying. Number 4. The eternal storm, the Great Red Spot. Jupiter holds one of the most astonishing phenomena in the known universe, the Great Red Spot. A storm so massive it could swallow Earth whole. And here's the mind-blowing part. It's been raging for over 350 years. Imagine living in a floating city and seeing that enormous vortex on the horizon, a monster that never sleeps. Life on Jupiter would mean learning to live with nature's most violent force. Cities would have to move constantly, like ships avoiding hurricanes, just to survive. Number 5. Breathing would be impossible. Jupiter's atmosphere is made almost entirely of hydrogen and helium. That means no oxygen. We simply couldn't breathe there. To live on Jupiter, we'd need massive pressurized domes, floating habitats producing artificial oxygen. Inside them, trees and plants would recycle the air, creating tiny self-sustaining ecosystems. They'd look like Earth in miniature, bubbles of green life adrift in a sea of deadly gas. Number 6. The weight of gravity. If you think breathing is tough, wait for this. Jupiter's gravity is 2.5 times stronger than Earth's. In other words, someone weighing 150 pounds here would weigh almost 375 pounds there. Our bodies couldn't handle that kind of pressure. Bones, muscles, and organs would collapse under their own weight. The solution? Robotic exoskeletons. Humans would become half organic, half machine, just to stand upright. Life on Jupiter would reshape humanity into something entirely new. Number 7. The distance from the Sun. From Earth, the Sun looks huge and bright. From Jupiter, it's just a small glowing dot in the sky, a distant star. Sunlight would take about 45 minutes to reach the planet, leaving it cold and dim. Human colonies would rely completely on artificial energy. Floating cities would shine with artificial light, powered perhaps by Jupiter's enormous magnetic field. It would be a world of endless twilight, where daylight barely exists.
Number 8. The terrifying magnetic field. Speaking of magnetism, Jupiter's magnetic field is the strongest in the solar system. It creates dazzling auroras at its poles, far more powerful than Earth's northern lights. But with beauty comes danger. Radiation levels near Jupiter are lethal. Any human exposed to it would die in minutes. Our floating cities would need radiation shields, fortresses in the sky, defending life against an invisible storm. It would be like living inside a fortress of light, safe but never truly free.
Number 9. A fascinating neighborhood. Still, living near Jupiter would have its wonders. The giant planet is surrounded by over 90 moons, each one a world of its own. Europa, covered in ice, may hide an ocean beneath, possibly teeming with alien life. Ganymede, the largest moon, is even bigger than Mercury. Callisto, scarred with craters, is like a cosmic time capsule. Now imagine looking out your window and seeing one of these moons rise on the horizon, a glowing sphere of ice and rock hanging in the sky. It would be a neighborhood unlike anything in the universe.
Number 10. The fear and the beauty. Life on Jupiter would be a constant paradox. On one side, beauty, glowing skies, incredible moons, breathtaking auroras. On the other, fear, endless storms, crushing gravity, deadly radiation. It would be like living inside a beast, magnificent yet merciless. To survive, humanity would need to respect that balance between awe and annihilation.
Number 11. The transformed humanity. If we ever lived on Jupiter, we wouldn't be the same. Technology would merge with our biology. We'd evolve into hybrids, part human, part machine, built to survive the impossible. Life on Jupiter wouldn't just change where we live, it would change who we are. It would mark the birth of a new humanity, stronger, bolder, almost unrecognizable. Living on Jupiter would mean facing the unimaginable, eternal storms, crushing gravity, no ground, and lethal radiation. But it would also mean witnessing landscapes beyond imagination, living among mysterious moons and becoming part of something greater. So, would you dare to live on Jupiter? Or would you rather stay in the comfort of Earth? I bet you wouldn't have the courage. If this video sparked your imagination, hit the like button, subscribe to Truth Explosion, turn on notifications, and leave a comment. Would you live on Jupiter? I can't wait to read your answer. See you on our next journey into the unknown.